Right now at 6, domestic violence in Hartford. A woman shot and killed, and police have made an arrest this morning.
And one woman found dead inside her apartment, and police say they have a person of interest that they're questioning.
Also, farmers across our state are looking for help after floods destroyed their crops. We'll tell you what's happening today that may help. All that and more right now at 6.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good Tuesday morning. First at 6 here. It's still humid out there, and there's a chance for some scattered afternoon storms. Thanks for being with us, America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lambert. So let's get right over to meteorologist Matt Scott so we can talk about the timing and the likelihood that we're going to see even more rain.
Good morning to you both. In terms of any trouble today, listen, any little thing could spark off more problems. Any rain could lead to more isolated flash flooding. The fog is going to slow you down this morning. And of course, the humidity, well, that just stinks, period. A couple of scattered storms. We're going to watch for that later on. How long for this humidity? We'll talk about that. Right now, let's talk about the fog. Socked in Chester right now. 1.25 mile visibility over in the Naugatuck Valley. Rest of the end, Groton has a mile. Rest of the state looking okay, but there are patches of it out there, so be mindful of that. 72 in the capital city right now. 75 warm degrees in New Haven. You look at the winds. Two things. One, they are light, but two, they are now coming in from the south. I promise you that. So whatever dry out that we had, especially in the northwestern corner of the state, well, we're going to return that humidity up. Lower 70s, believe it or not, is a little better than yesterday. Just a little bit. So we'll see what this storm line does later on today. I'm not going to rule out an isolated thunderstorm, not going to rule out anything isolated, strong or severe. Temperatures into the upper 80s. Thanks to a little more cloud coverage. Talk about the rest of the week coming up. Symphony Privet with a look at traffic this morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. We are watching a couple of crashes this morning, so let's bring you up to speed on what you can expect as you head out the door. And in East Hartford this morning, this crash just came down a few minutes ago. As we take a closer look at the map, this is happening on Route 2. Eastbound, this is between exits 2 and 5, and right now one lane is open as we take a live look at the scene. This is a multi-vehicle crash. We can see police are on the scene and traffic is being diverted away from this crash. We'll continue to monitor that. Also in Newtown this morning, 84 eastbound, there's a rolled over tractor trailer between near exit 11 rather, but it doesn't appear to be causing much of a backup in that area. So if you are heading in that direction, you might want to plan for an alternate route this morning. Now taking a quick look at the Hartford drive time. Looking good other than that crash again on Route 2 in East Hartford, and a quick look at the New Haven drive times. A little bit of a slowdown from New Haven to Bridgeport this morning, but otherwise smooth sailing in that area. Back to you.
My Symphony, thank you for that.
6:03 right now, and we're following developing news. And there's still a lot of questions in Vernon after police found a 22-year-old woman dead inside her apartment.
Yeah, Fox 61's Lindsay Kane is live at the scene with more on the investigation. Lindsay, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Well, police are treating this investigation as a suspicious death. Now, they do say they have identified a person of interest and they believe this was a targeted attack. This all happening here yesterday afternoon at Ledgecrest Apartments here in Vernon. Vernon police say they were performing a welfare check for a 22-year-old woman after getting a few calls from people concerned about her. When they entered her apartment, she was dead. The cause of death has not yet been released. Again, police quickly identifying a person of interest, but it's still unclear how he knew the victim or their relationship. But police say they are working quickly to gather as many details as possible. At this time, he is cooperating, and there is no known threat to the public.
I believe this is a targeted event. I don't believe that there is any, fear of the public at this point, so they can rest easy at this point.
Although they have identified a person of interest, no arrests have been made in this case. Now, the investigation is supposed to continue here today in Vernon, so we'll keep you updated on air, online, and on Fox 61 Plus as we continue to learn more. The woman's identity has not yet been released. Live in Vernon this morning, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Lindsay, thank you. And in Hartford, police are investigating after they said a woman was shot and killed last night.
One man was heard. Police say they do have a suspect in custody. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live in Hartford at the police station with much more. Brooke, good morning to you.
Good morning to you both. Hartford police tell us that this started as a domestic violence situation, but it quickly turned into a homicide investigation instead. Now, officers say they were called to an Oakland Terrace apartment around 8 o'clock last night for reports of a dispute between two people inside that home. When they arrived, police say they found a man sitting on the porch injured and upset, saying that his mother had been shot. Police went inside the home to find another man with a gun and a woman in her 60s who had been shot and killed. Her name has not yet been released at this time. Officers say they were able to quickly apprehend the man with the gun and take him into custody. He is now being questioned. Police say the man who had been sitting on the porch was likely hit with the gun at some point during that altercation happening inside the house. Officers say this incident marks the 17th homicide of the year. Hartford had about the same amount of at this time last year as well. Now, Hartford police have not yet released the name of that suspect or any potential charges that he may be facing. We have reached out to police to get that information. Live in Hartford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Brooke, thank you. And just blocks away from there on Albany Avenue, police said a woman died after being hit by a vehicle. They said 45-year-old Marta Llanos of Hartford was hit on Albany Avenue just before 9 o'clock last night. Police said the driver stayed on the scene to help with the investigation.
A man is accused of intentionally lighting small fires in an apartment building in Hartford. Investigators say the suspect barricaded himself inside an apartment on Main Street. Police arrested him after he set a couch on fire. No one was hurt, but 4 people are now out of their homes. Officials say the suspect suffers from mental health issues. Well, this morning in East Haven, one boy is facing charges after he accidentally shot himself in the leg. Police say it happened inside a home on Hughes Street on Sunday. Officers say no one else was injured and the boy is expected to recover. They also say the .40 caliber gun was stolen back in 2011 from North Carolina.
This morning, crews are working to fix a water main break in Waterbury. It's being managed, though, by the Watertown Water and Sewer Authority. They said it was a 42-inch main that broke yesterday. They didn't say where, but if you're a WSA customer, you might see discolored water. An official said, don't use your hot water if it's discolored. Today in Rocky Hill, Senator Chris Murphy is expected to meet with farmers who are impacted by the recent floods. He's expected to speak at Hayes Farm at 12:30 this afternoon. The senator said he's looking for input from farmers on how the federal government can support them as they recover from the damage that was done by all these days of heavy rain, almost back to back, that we've seen.
This morning in New Britain, the Boys and Girls Club are going to talk about the importance of learning how to swim. The group is highlighting its free swimming lesson program. The Lieutenant Governor's office says the program is federally funded. She's expected to talk along with the Commissioner of the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection about this program. That's set to happen at 9:30 again in New Britain. And in New Haven today, police are going to be having a car seat event. Officers are going to be on hand to help parents and guardians install their car seats. They can also check to make sure existing seats are safe and secure. The event is going to be happening from 4 to 8 p.m. right outside police headquarters.